N.o.b. Leave your feelings at the door.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our fantabulous fucking podcast. Let's see here.
Oh my god, it's so weird hearing yourself now.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's great. So we're a little bit more professional today. We have headphones on so that we can
We're indoors.
that as well. This is going to be our new permanent spot for the time being. We finally got our fucking banner up that I've had for like a month, that I just kept forgetting where it was. I finally fucking found it on top of my dresser today. So, but a little bit more professional. I got the headphones in so that we can hear us, so we can kind of simulate how it's going to sound for y'all.
So if there's ear rape, we'll definitely know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Definitely will. So, as we stated last week, all of our episodes now are going to be a week in advance instead of a few days in advance.
And unless something like...
Yes, unless otherwise stated.
Yeah.
We didn't have to record today. We could have waited until after the new episode came out, but we're a week ahead, so why not stay on top? That makes it a little bit more easier on me,
Yeah.
since I do all of the editing and everything, which it's not hard to do. It's not difficult at all, but like I said, just makes it a little bit easier on me with all the shit that I'm going through in life. Last week we had Kennedy from Young Driver on, and in my opinion, it was an excellent episode.
I really do think that there's a good chance that it might be like the best episode we've done.
Oh, definitely. Definitely the best episode that we've put out. I won't say the entire. Definitely not.
Like, it will, probably top 3, though.
Definitely. I can definitely put it in my top 5. Great episode. It was great. The energy that she brought was fantastic. We have intro music now, which is great, which I do believe that was added on to last week's episode, or the 2 weeks ago's episode. It'll definitely be on last week's, and it'll be on from here on out. Might make some adjustments to it. Might see if we can get something different, but probably not, because we both agreed that it had a little bit of like a 90s like TV show, game show, video game, just everything that's great about our fucking generation. So I definitely like it. The few people that I've had listen to it, they've liked it as well.
I think I said that it wasn't something I would have expected you to pick, because it does have like a grunge sound in a way.
That is exactly
grunge, like tech sound.
That is exactly what I done. I got on Fiverr. That's what I asked for the $10 for, because I was broke.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I just didn't want to tell you right away, and I literally told the guy, I was like, I want it to be the sample that he had that I heard was techno, and I was like, hey man, I like what you're doing with the techno. I was like, but here's what I'm going for. I want a little bit of grunge, and throw in a little bit of hip hop in there.
Yeah.
Definitely for me, the grunge side more towards him, but I mean, I kind of like some grunge too. So definitely, not a knock on that. And he was like, well, I might need an example of exactly what you're looking for. And I was like, okay. I was like, just look up any hip hop remix that Travis Barker has done, and I kind of want that feel.
That's
definitely fair. I was like, if you haven't heard his remix of Forever Drake song, I was like, get your inspiration from that. And then he sent me this, and I was like, well, let me send it to Derek, see what he thinks. He loved it. I loved it. And I was just like, you know what? We're going to fucking go for it. I wish I remembered his name right away. But since I don't, in the edit of this video, I will plug him in somewhere in this area. That way, if you got a podcast or anything, you need any type of like intro, outro music, anything like that, he can definitely hook it up for you.
We're not like this Family Only Boys, or one of them makes music.
Yeah,
just do their own.
Exactly. I mean, I know some people that could probably do it for me, but I wanted someone that didn't know anything about the podcast or anything like that, just to throw something together based off what I gave him. I let him take full creative control on how he done it, and I love it. It's great. I think it fits us great.
For just a music intro, like nothing to do with our podcast thing, it's really good. As the only thing I think that would be like a little bit better was like if it was like edited together, like sound bites of us.
Yeah.
Or just
Which I
had one or two before that started.
Well, I could definitely do that.
Oh yeah.
Which I went. I don't know if you saw the video I posted today. I did go in and do that. I added it towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Where on the video it now has that little logo that I made of the middle finger that has our name and it says "Leave your feelings at the door." I actually say all that as it pops up, so it kind of adds a little bit to it. But yeah, definitely, I get the whole adding sound bites and stuff like that. I thought about doing that, going through and getting some clips from us. But I think that would take a little bit more work just because I'd have to go through all the YouTubes.
Oh, yeah.
Since I no longer have them on my phone.
I also think that people that listen to us or whatever, if there's any clips that you can just remember, that'd be a good thing to tell us. Like, that way we would know.
Yeah, outside of the one where the wasp landed on his head.
Yeah.
Because we would definitely throw that one in there. But yeah, like he said, anything that y'all might have seen or that resonates in your mind that you would like for us to like maybe, like you said, collage together to throw into the intro. That way, it's not
or
just
even the outro.
Yeah, not just our main picture. That'd be great. But yeah, so we do have some things planned for the future, involving another local podcast that just started.
I do want to say, like, the moment I saw that he got a podcast, I was like, Chavez and him were just talking. And I know for a fact if Ashton or the person doesn't give a shit about offending people, so I know he'd be a great one.
Definitely. Well, he sent me his thing. And I told him, I was just straight up with him. I was like, hey, man, I'd love to have you on mine. So we're trying to work out some days. Because I know when this comes out, it'll be the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That weekend's a little rocky for me, so I don't know when we'll be able to for sure.
After the weekend this episode comes out, probably for the next 3 weekends after that.
Definitely.
We're going to be
a little crazy, so our recording days are going to be a little off, but we're going to work with it, of course.
Also, I know this is like, what, almost 10 minutes in now? If I look half dead...
I found him half dead.
Yeah. I'm so worried, and I still have to go mow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Make him fucking do it.
He's ricocheting.
Some bullshit.
You know what I mean, don't you?
No.
What ricochet?
Oh.
If you watch wrestling...
You mean Roman Reigns. He's not doing... Ricochet doesn't... That's Roman Reigns.
No. What ruined Ricochet's career? The...
Being put on the main roster.
No, him fingering his asshole.
He fingered his asshole.
Did you not hear about this?
No. Go into detail.
Okay. So, this was like... You know how they were pushing him really hard on the... Like, when he first got there, and then all of a sudden they just kind of stopped?
Yeah.
It was because, like, halfway through last summer, or maybe it was even September, October, a video of him finger blasting his asshole came out that he accidentally posted. And apparently he was fisting his asshole.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I won't look that up. I probably won't, because that's a little weird.
I've not seen the video.
I don't think I want to.
But I just saw, like, because there's, like, a few, like, wrestling YouTubers I watch, and they're all talking about it. I've seen memes everywhere. It's like, I saw one meme where it was Booker T, and it was like, how many fingers did he use? And he's like this. And then there's someone used the meme of, from Blue Mountain State, where it's, what's his face? It's like Ricochet after every knot.
Jesus. So this came out, like, recently, or?
It was like last year.
Wow, yeah, never.
Now
Wow.
that explains a lot, don't it?
Really does. I mean, he was ruined anyway once he got called up. That's just how every big person on NXT does whenever they get called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
They just fucking shit the bed with the person.
Except for the women, somehow. Well, yeah, Kyrie's saying it, and yeah, never mind.
Yeah, she's gone. She's already gone, so.
Kyrie saying?
Yeah, she signed with AEW, if I'm not mistaken.
When?
Like a month ago?
Oh.
Oh yeah, dude. She got out. She was smart. I mean, money doesn't solve everything. Like, especially when it comes to your livelihood. You know, you either stay with the Cleveland Browns your entire career, or you go on to bigger and better things.
Oh, yeah, but unless you're Baker Mayfield and you get paid like a shit ton of money.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're still a work in progress. Who knows? But when this episode comes out, the NBA playoffs have already started. They start tonight. Or
We fucking said, Zon, we said the Pelicans wouldn't fucking make it.
And they didn't. They shit the bed.
Uh-huh.
They were not able to succeed.
You know the biggest bullshit about the bubble? Devin Booker.
Got
And
fucked.
yeah, the fact that the Suns, they were the only undefeated team, and that the fact that it didn't even come down to their game if they got in is bullshit.
Well, that happens. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but
I think the Lakers have the Trailblazers.
Was it the Clippers or the Rockets that called out Damian Lillard? Was it?
It was the Clippers. It was
What the fuck y'all say anything?
It was PG and Patrick Beverly, which Beverly didn't even fucking play in the game, so he shouldn't have said shit anyway.
Yeah.
And then it carried over to IG, and Paul George got fucking roasted for leaving both Indiana and OKC.
Dame, like, used that for motivation. You can tell because those last 4 games he went off.
Well, the last game they played yesterday, the play-in game, he didn't play his best. At least his first half wasn't. I know his second half, I think he was a little better. But, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's going to happen, but I could see them upsetting the Lakers. I don't think they will. But, I mean, who knows? I definitely wouldn't mind seeing a Lakers-Celtics finals.
That
happen.
will be an interesting podcast if that happens.
It definitely will. But who knows? Shit.
I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something.
This is going to be one of those episodes.
Yeah, you can't blame us. Like I said, I was dead. I've been moving flooring materials for 6 hours a day.
And I got drunk last night.
Oh, let's talk about that since people that don't know us personally or don't follow us personally, you and Celie did y'all's maternity pictures yesterday.
Yes.
I want to talk about the picture where you had the shoes turned.
Okay.
Because as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because I knew.
Well, like, what the idea of having a pair of shoes that we had together was already there. And we have only got one matching pair right now for the time being. So, like, when the picture came, I had them straight, and the girl took maybe 2 or 3 pictures with the shoes straight, and I was like, you know what? That's not how his feet are going to be. At least that's what's predicted. So I angled them in, because obviously everyone should know by now, based on the picture I posted on my personal Instagram. My son is pre-diagnosed with clubbed feet, and it's either going to be 1 foot or both. We don't know yet. We've seen a specialist. They don't fully know either. It's basically, hey, wait till he's out and about and we'll know. So, yeah, angled his feet in, and it made her cry.
Well, I was like, okay, that's a really good picture. Like, I was like, that's a really good picture.
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of people like hit me up in the last couple of days, about it and everything, and it's like there's really nothing to talk about because I don't.
Well, I just wanted to hold the picture because I thought
true
it was...
or not. I'll definitely link the photo in here, or not link it, but post it in here while we're talking about it. Definitely a more sentimental photo. But yeah, I mean, it was hot as hell. We were doing it on the Tunnel Hill battlefield.
What the hell were you trying to say in that one video? Where it's like something about Tunnel Hill, and it's that right there.
Well, yeah, because it was the tunnel. It was we were taking pictures on the train tracks, and like I said, there's the new tunnel, which is what the train goes through now, and there's the old tunnel. It's through the fucking hill, so that's where Tunnel Hill got its name.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that's what I couldn't tell what the hell you were saying because part of it like didn't cut out, but kind of like jumbled together.
Yeah, I was drunk.
That makes sense.
That's one good thing is getting drunk during your maternity pictures, and then of course after we went out to eat, and I just drank some more. Said fuck it. Passed out at 12, woke up at 2, thirsty as hell, dehydrated, chugged like
Piss.
half a gallon of fucking sweet tea just to satiate myself. Pissed again. Drank
he drunk half a gallon of Granny's peach iced tea, whatever that
I think it was
in Batman v Superman.
I think it was Granny's
peach iced
tea or some shit like that. And then boom,
bitch fucking blew up.
Bitch blew up. Speaking of, one thing that we was worried about last week when we were recorded was the peaking, and luckily the audio sounds great.
Okay.
So
for people that didn't know, Kennedy, and this is not like against her, she was peaking every time she talked.
Well, she definitely has that voice though to do that. I mean,
and
she's got a performer's voice. She's gonna do that.
She was like this on the mic, so it didn't help to see even when I did that.
Yeah, but definitely we got the pop filter in, so that's definitely helping. And of course, the headphones are helping as well.
You can hear it in the little in the background. You hear like rustling almost, but it's fan.
Yeah, we got a fan blowing right here just to keep us kind of cool. I mean, it's not hot in here by any means.
But when we shut the door, it got...
Yeah. So, there's that. So something that I wanted to talk to you about. We can start this after this fucking recording.
What,
or not.
Each other off?
Sure.
We do that every time.
Yeah. Post credits. But because we've talked about doing it in the past, we've actually done maybe 1 or 2 episodes on it in general. Quick little movie reviews. Just thinking of a video. I mean, not a video. Thinking of a movie. Not recorded, not for YouTube. Strictly audio podcast.
Oh, okay.
That way, I can have my phone and I can do referencing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then possibly in the future, once we get like some upgraded equipment or anything like that, we can possibly take it to YouTube. Like I said, doesn't really matter how we do it. Like I said, just getting something out there, getting some extra content for people that obviously don't want to just sit here and hear us
bitch
talk nonsense and shit like that. We can actually, have a certain topic to talk about. That would be, like I said, only audio only. Put it on YouTube. Look, we don't even have to do that.
We have ideas that are more than just like they're like skit ideas or stuff. It's just we don't have the means necessarily to do that yet.
Exactly. We do have one skit planned, but we want to wait until it cools down.
Oh yeah.
So look for that in the fall.
I actually have something. I wouldn't consider this a skit. I mean, it will be to some people because I know some people don't believe. But I think one of the episodes of Spooky Season we should go to one of the places we usually
go to. Fuck it. I'm not ready to go back to that church, but fuck it.
Imagine if we recorded out in front of that church.
In a vehicle.
You know what I actually do think would be awesome? If we recorded a podcast while we were driving.
Well, that was the plan for the last time we went to Atlanta.
Okay.
But
Well, see, that's what, like, an episode of Spooky Season, maybe when we're recording, talking about, like, just stuff we do, which...
Definitely. And while we're on the topic of doing things outside of YouTube and things like that, and this one I'll definitely do a separate Instagram clip of, if you want Spooky Season to be recorded like this, in front of the camera, or if you would rather have it just audio version, let us know.
Because if you want... I had this idea, I don't know if I've said it. If we do camera again, I actually would like to record around the fire.
Definitely. I mean, we could do that regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely let us know, because if we're going to be like double recording and things like that, I'd like to know if you want it to be in a video. That way I know to free up some space on my phone.
Yeah.
Because having multiple videos, especially Spooky Season, because those episodes got an hour plus, that's a lot of data, but that's a lot of space on my phone. Until, of course, we get a camera or something else that we can record on. But yeah, just let us know. Like I said, I'll make this a separate thing for IG. We'll leave it up to y'all, if you decide to answer. If not, oh well, fuck it, we'll just do what we want. But yeah, like I said, definitely got some plans there for that. As you heard, yeah, I don't know if I want to record at that church. That place scares the shit out of me.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, this is a funny story. So, me and my buddy, we've been going, last week, we probably drove 300 miles, and we were going everywhere, checking Walmart's whenever he was checking Brickseek, seeing if the AEW figures had came in.
Is that where you were in fucking Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got the Conor McGregor one over there.
I was wondering where you got that at, or when you got it. I've never seen it. If you haven't noticed, or if we haven't told you, Derek collects figurines.
I collect
and a lot of shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean shit like, just you got a whole bunch of shit in here. He just collects a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that I hoard a lot of shit, but that is actually shit.
There's like, even in here, which I don't want to say I collect shirts, but I have a fuck ton of shirts.
Well, a lot of people do collect stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like vintage or anything like that.
But literally, this closet from like here all the way to past this wall is just shirts. And I didn't intentionally wear a Nightwing shirt to match his Batman shirt. I just realized.
Yeah, we did. Fuck you, me. But yeah, I mean, I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I said, a lot of people collect, like I said, vintage shirts, especially wrestling shirts.
Wrestling.
Some wrestling shirts. I mean, hell, like I said, you got people that collect shoes.
Yeah.
You just happen to collect. I mean, some shoes. I wouldn't really say you collect them because you wear them. Obviously, the figurines, the pops. You got flags and stuff. I mean, you got figurines all.
We've
all
said
over
this
your room.
before. Like, my room would be a good, like, background for episodes. It's just that there's nowhere to put my bed. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could.
I don't think it will work.
Move that stuff there and just slide it over if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. But I moved my shoes, and it freed up enough room to where we could record right here.
We'll figure it out.
Now there's just Harry Potter pops as soon as you walk into a room. I don't know. You can't see that on the camera, could you?
I don't think you could. But if you can, yeah, they're all like right here on this side.
They're literally to his shoulder. That'll tell you how many there
are. Yeah, he's not lying. Yeah, but I feel like we talk about our recording area every video. We're working on it. Like I said,
This is like by far the best.
Right here,
Like,
right here's temporary. Of course, when we start getting guests involved, we're gonna have to figure that one out. I mean, we might be able to fit somebody behind us. Don't know how comfortable it would be, or like, they can have my seat and I'll sit in the back. I don't care.
just get in the closet and just stick your head out.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Chubby. Just
yeah. What was it you were wanting to talk about?
oh, well, anyways, like we were going looking for those figures because one, they're reselling, and so he's buying the resale. But we haven't found a Brandy yet, like Cody's wife, and we haven't found either of the chases. So we're trying to find that. Brandy, there's only like 2 of her listed online. They both went over $100. And if we find that's what he's looking for is Brandy or the chases. He's gonna list the chases like $600 because there's none online.
Shit.
But we were coming back from LJ, and we get to that split past the 4-way, over there at like Carter, close to Carter's.
Yeah.
And we get to that split, and he goes, "I don't know how to get back to Dalton." And I told him to go left. And we start going, down that like close to those farms and stuff. And he goes, he stops, he looks at me, and he goes, "Are we going to fucking Bracket Ridges? Because I'll fucking kill you." And I was trying to say that because of the fucking, that's where that church and the witch house and all that shit is. And he was like, "I'm not going to fucking Bracket Ridges." And he's like, "There's no way in hell."
So it's not that bad of an area. It's just if you're scared. That's when it sucks. How late at night was it?
10 past 10.
Oh yeah, I'd probably be spooked. During the day, nah, I probably wouldn't care. But yeah, at night,
No, I was like, "Dude, I promise we're not going to Bracket." And he was like, "You swear?" I was like, "I swear, dude, we're not going to Bracket Ridges. We're gonna go down by the airport."
Fair.
I wouldn't want to go to Bracket Ridges either. Fuck that place. Like, I know Chavez said he wouldn't record at the fucking church, and Bracket Ridge, to me,
Definitely not.
Bracket Ridge is where they found that witch house. Pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever heard of the witch house.
There's like a shack in the woods, when they leveled like a lot of those trees and went through and cleared them out.
Yeah.
We found this like shack in the woods, and they said there was probably like 1,000 different animal bones back there, hung from the trees and just all over the ground.
Well, they cleared it all out, didn't they? Or did they leave it?
I think the shack might still be there. But you want to record in that house?
I was like, we could go during the day.
And get something attached to us and bring it back.
That'd make a good episode.
Oh!
Fetch me their souls.
Lucifer. Oh my god. Okay, I'm kind of glad we started talking about like kind of spooky stuff. Did you see that apparently the Annabelle doll escaped?
Yeah, it was fake.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Because I was about to say, that's really what 2020 needed, was a fucking demon doll escape.
Well, that's why the person posted it. He was like, look, we've been through it. Like, he commented on his post. He's like, look, we've been through enough through 2020.
If that was real, I'd have shit my pants.
Yeah, I probably would have too. I definitely want to go there though.
It's not. I don't. Is it open as a museum now? I heard that it wasn't.
I don't know if they closed it since they're dead, since they finally both died. Find out. Definitely.
Yeah, like
I wouldn't mind going there and seeing all the relics and shit that they've gotten.
I saw that and I was like, that's definitely something.
Even though
about the podcast.
Even though I shit on the movies now, especially because a lot of them are all just fucking like out there. But yeah, I mean, it's just a fucking Raggedy Ann doll. I'm still not fully in on demonic possession and shit. I'd like to witness it. It's one of those you gotta see it to believe it type things.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I guess I've never talked about this. I don't know if I've ever talked about it with you. when we were younger, and I don't even remember how old I was, but I was definitely younger. My uncle is a pastor. Well, he was in Mississippi for like a revival, I guess, or whatever, or homecoming. He was helping there was like 50 different preachers at this old, predominantly black church.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a woman came in there and she wanted to be prayed over, and all of a sudden, like, my uncle had this on video for a long time. This happened in front of him. He had video. The woman, people brought her in there to get prayed over. She started cussing out, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. She started cussing out the preacher, and she started talking like a man's voice, like, she started vomiting it everywhere when they started praying over her. And this is why, like, I definitely believe in demonic possession. She falls to the ground or whatever, and she's like convulsing and shaking everywhere, and then all of a sudden her like body rises up. You know how like some singers can put their leg under them and push themselves up slowly? Well, this woman was like my size, so there's no way in hell that was happening. But that's what happened. Like, slowly her shoulders and stuff start coming up off the ground, and she's like screaming at the preacher or whatever, and he's like, let go of her, Satan, blah blah blah, and she looks over, like, it literally looked like her neck snapped the way it turned, and she looks over it like towards the
Congregation.
Yeah, and her eyes are completely in the back of her head, and like, after that I was like, okay, demonic possession's real.
And like I said, it's something I would just have to like
if you saw that,
oh yeah, I definitely
from someone you knew showed you, you'd be like, oh,
I'd definitely be totally in on, like, yep, that shit's real. Not saying that it's not real. It's just,
yeah. I was about to say, I think we should preference that because you do believe in ghosts.
oh, definitely. I believe in evil spirits.
Yeah.
But I'm not fully sold on demonic possession. I think movies have definitely like overplayed that shit. I said a fucking Raggedy Ann doll.
You know where I would absolutely love for us to record? The Sorrel Wheat House in Savannah.
The what?
It's called the Sorrel Wheat House. Reed or Wheat? Pretty sure it's Sorrel Reed House. It's like the first two owners of this house. That's their names. Pretty sure it is where they filmed The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, that place is apparently haunted, seeing as how everybody from that movie's fucking dead.
Well, that house, I don't know if you know this, but the movie is based off of a real possession.
Yeah, like most demonic possession movies
I've
are.
heard that it was actually in that house.
And you fucking want me to go there?
There's
die.
I'm sure other people watch this. BuzzFeed Unsolved. There's one of their supernatural seasons where they go to the house or whatever, and they start recording. The first thing you hear is someone walking upstairs, and upstairs is condemned. You cannot go up there. Like, you'll fall through the ceiling. Like, if you go up there, and they kept hearing people like something.
How do you
walking.
fall through the ceiling?
It's just rotted, and it's not safe for anyone to go up there.
Gotcha.
But I mean, they literally start recording. You start hearing like footsteps up there, and the guy that does it even believes, like, what the fuck was that?
Well, that's the thing, especially when it's like on like social media or on just any form of like media, entertainment, anything like that. A lot of people are gonna say it's fake.
Oh, I know.
Especially like ghost hunters and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen.
Well, one of those dudes is like, some of the stuff that has happened to them, I don't get how you could still say it's not real. But this one dude is like, it's not real. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, we're fucking with y'all. We're doing this.
No,
for the views.
he's like, no, because you don't want to know what's weird about it? It's like, he believes in aliens, but he doesn't believe in aliens like they will look like us or act like us or something. He thinks they're like bacteria, or like, he thinks it's like the shitty form of it.
Fucking Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He thinks it would be really shitty, like life, not like
Fucking
actual
amoebas.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
exactly.
the fucking alien from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah,
What was it? Was his name Steve?
probably like. I guess he probably imagines it like the fucking alien in Rick and Morty. That's just the gas cloud, but not smart.
Who knows? I mean, everyone says they're intelligent life form, so they've got to be. But we don't know. They could be fucking dumb as fucking rocks for all we know. I'd like to meet an alien. I mean, I'm still not sold on those either, because granted, fucking the Pentagon, like they came out and said that
Dude,
UFOs are real or whatever.
Yeah,
it was Area 51. Somebody
they declassified like. You know what's bad is they've declassified not even a fifth of the information they have apparently.
I think that wasn't it FDR? Didn't he? Wasn't he? There is obtained by aliens or some shit.
I have no idea.
I think that's been a rumor.
There is like apparently.
Excuse me.
Just there's evidence even just in America since it's been formed of like aliens, but like I think the biggest evidence for aliens is ancient civilizations. Like their buildings are just too
complex for their time.
Yeah, and some of them you couldn't even do today because a lot of them on like the lateral lines or like ley lines that you would not know unless you have modern technologies.
Yeah, like the pyramids. What the fuck?
Well,
Tell me humans actually made that.
Well, that's crazy that they were able to build that. But you know which ones bother me kind of more is the Aztec and Mayan and Inca pyramids.
Oh yeah, those things are beautiful though.
And well, the Incas built on the top of fucking mountains. How the fuck do people build that shit? Like,
right? Because it's like a task.
I'm not saying it's not
to climb these huge ass mountains and stuff.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying it's highly unlikely for that time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, also you gotta think of like fucking Easter Island and
this episode just proves what we need to do the conspiracy theory episode.
Honestly, yeah, like I said, Stonehenge. Like, who the fuck done that?
Have you actually heard the rumor about Stonehenge that it's like? So it's what's left of a landing pad.
From when?
Like for ancient aliens.
Oh, is that what they're? Did you hear that from actual ancient aliens?
I'm pretty sure they do say that on there, but no, that's like something I've heard from other people that is like a rumor that that was like because there's other places there's a place like that in Georgia.
Yeah. And it's got like the New World Order on it or some shit like that.
But it's been there since Georgia was formed, like before. Apparently.
Yeah. I've heard of the Stonehenge in Georgia. I don't remember where it's at.
But there's I know there's one in China, and I want to say there's one in South America somewhere. There's like multiple in Europe.
Well, I know like
this is Stonehenge is like the most complete and biggest, I want to say.
Probably. There's somewhere, I don't remember where, I don't think it's here. I don't remember where it's at, but it's like these big symbols that are like carved into the dirt. And they're like huge, and they're like, who the fuck done this? Like, trust me, no human, especially making one that big, that is hundreds of miles in diameter, perfect circle in the dirt.
Well,
human didn't do that. Ain't no way.
There's like a big, like it looks like a big stick figure person in England, or it's in the UK somewhere. That's on like the side of a hill, and the hill's named after it. But it's been there at least since the medieval ages, I'm pretty sure, but it has to be there longer because like it's just there. I don't think. I mean, if you know about this, tell us. I might be wrong. I've always figured since
I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, you want to know how I figured out about it? It's because you're gonna fucking laugh. Pokemon, the newest region was built based off of England, and I saw where people like there was people going through and talking about all the landmarks they put in there that are actually from the UK, and there's this big stick figure person they put in the game like on the side of a hill, and I've seen pictures of the real one in Britain. I was like, what the fuck is that? Why is this never talked about?
Well, yeah, definitely. Never. I don't know.
It's
I
weird.
mean, you can.
You want to know something else I feel like we take for granted? Because the Navajo built whole cities inside of fucking cliff faces. That, like...
Well, it's not only that, like, fucking... I can't think of which... Oh... Maybe it was the Pueblo Indians? The ones that they made, all of their houses, buildings, and everything was made out of clay. Like, they just formed it all with their hands, and they built an entire city just out of clay. You know, that takes some nice little ingenuity there. I don't know if it was the Pueblo Indians or not. I'll have to research that, and I'll definitely I'll edit something that lets me know if I was right or wrong. But I mean, we can't for sure say
One way or the other,
humans
yeah.
didn't do this or they did, or you know, because
you know what, slavery is vile, and with that, I mean,
that's
what they say is like the biggest thing for the pyramids that humans did do it was slaves, and it's like even with slaves,
still seems almost humanly impossible.
Yeah, because you got to think like even if you have 2 million slaves,
it's a lot of manpower.
I mean, it is, but at the same time,
it would take a lot of manpower as well to hoist those huge fucking blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know,
and they're chiseled perfectly,
and they're also, aren't they hollow? Didn't they like store shit in
some of them are hollow. Wait, are you talking about the pyramids or the blocks?
The pyramids.
The pyramids are hollow.
Yeah. It's just the surrounding, and then there's nothing in.
Well, it's almost like a maze. I know the Aztec and Mayan temples.
Yeah.
It's straight up a maze.
Yeah.
Because that's what they would like. Instead of being like banished to like the wilderness or whatever.
Oh no,
they would put you in those.
Or they'd cut your head off and kick it down the stairs.
That's true too.
But I mean, like I said, when you think about it, it's possible that humans did do it. I mean,
it is.
The Greeks made beautiful sculptures for just having chisels.
It's possible. It's just unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely. I mean, the only thing that we've been good at is making faces onto the side of a mountain.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, the French made the fucking Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty. The Colosseums were fucking built in Rome.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that it's not possible.
But the thing is with the Colosseum, I'm sure those fucking pieces were heavy, but you can actually see like how they would move it in, and it's falling apart. Yeah. The pyramids are falling apart, but the pyramids are also like 10,000 BC, I think, is like whenever people
Jesus
at
times.
The earliest.
Well, not just Jesus times,
but
predated Jesus time.
Yeah.
But still, you know what I mean, like biblical times, if you believe in that. Because some people don't.
That's what 10,000 BC.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are people that still believe that dinosaurs were never real. and that all the fossils and
There's
everything.
also
are,
idiots that believe the Earth's flat.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving.
I'm sorry if you watch this podcast and you think the Earth's flat. One, reach out to us. We want you on the podcast.
Definitely, I want to be persuaded if possible. We will have a change my mind episode.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I about to say?
We'll go. What's that? Crowder? What's his?
Yeah,
with Crowder
yeah,
on this
Louder
one?
with Crowder likes to change my mind.
Yeah.
There are people that think, we never went to the moon.
Okay, I will say, of all of just the weird theories, I feel like that one is the most plausible.
Definitely, because why the fuck haven't we gone back?
Well, we have. So, the rumor is they faked the moon landing in 1969.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
Yeah, but we have made it there since then because you can actually
When the fuck did we go back?
They went back a few times.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like they've walked on the moon? They've moonwalked?
Yeah. No, we went back, but the rumor is Stanley Kubrick filmed it, and there's a reference to it in The Shining. Do you want me to go into this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the movie. I'm trying to see if I remember the reference.
So when Danny is playing on his tricycle or whatever, he's wearing overalls that's a rocket ship blasting off. And he goes by this room, and I can't remember it exactly. It's either the room number, because they focus on it, or he kind of sees inside of it, and it's like a movie set that looks like the moon or something. But the theory is Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing, and like, I guess either the room number and the hotel it shows in The Shining is the supposed lot it was filmed on, or something. I know it's because Danny is wearing the rocket ship overalls, and you see like it focuses on this room number, and you might even like see a little glimpse into it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a reference to that rumor that it was faked. And I've always thought that is one of, like, I don't necessarily, I don't think the moon landing is faked. But that is really weird.
Yeah, at the same time, it was all televised. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
I will say, like, that is some shit that would happen now, is like some asshole making a reference, like I could see Jordan Peele doing some shit like that in one of his movies. Like, but now people are in that mindset of, like, oh, this would be fucking funny. Like, that is like Stanley Kubrick just being like a fucking psychopath, like he really was, but.
Maybe everything will.
I'll go ahead and say, hold on. Since we're already talking about this, is there a conspiracy theory that you do believe? Because I do have one. I guess I'll go ahead and say, I do think, and you can laugh at me if you want, there's way too much suspicious stuff with JFK shooting.
That's the one that I was going to say that.
And the more I learn about it, the weirder it gets.
That's kind of the one that I was thinking about, that it wasn't legit.
Yeah.
That is one. Trust me, I've seen a bunch of shit on conspiracy theories, and it's like one that comes to my mind is Fort Knox, because nobody can touch Fort Knox. That's where apparently our gold deposits at, and a lot of people speculate that
it's empty. Yes,
that it's empty.
This is one of the we talked about this in school one time. I can't remember who my teacher was, but they talked about this in school, and I ever since I've heard that, I was like, that's cool, but I don't necessarily believe it.
Yeah, well, I don't
Hold
know.
on. There's too much gold in this country for our gold reserves just to be empty.
I don't know, man, because when you think about it, I mean, we had the gold rush and everything, and it's just kind of like went a little downhill. I mean, for only certain people to know exactly if there's gold in there or not, it's just kind of...
It is suspicious.
It's suspicious. Especially because, like I said...
Well, that's why, like, Area 51 is so...
exactly. What the fuck are you hiding?
You have... I'm pretty sure if you work at Area 51, you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement that counts for your entire life.
Yep.
You want to talk, like... How else do you think it would get made rumors that there's fucking aliens? Oh, I don't know. Let's just make it to where people can never talk about this place.
Right. Let's make it to where nobody can come within literally any type of space. I mean, because we were all there when people were getting threatened to be shot because they wanted to raid Area 51 last year. Excuse me, sorry, I've got heartburn.
COVID's punishment for that.
Probably. It's like you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's really all we got. I mean, we started off with nothing, and then we kind of deep dived into
Hopefully
a little bit of something. Maybe this will get that appetite for this
that's
talk up. Because I can definitely talk conspiracies.
I think we've talked about this so much, but we could literally do full episodes just dedicated to conspiracies.
Honestly, we could do a full-on series. Because I know a few people that would definitely love to chime in. Well, at least I think they would. I don't know if they'd actually like to come on and do that. But like I said, if this just kind of like got your mouth watering for a talk like this, please do let us know, because we're not going to do it unless y'all don't, show any interest.
If y'all hate it, if y'all are just like, this sucks, please let us know. Because you can tell, like, I felt like this episode, like, we definitely kept, like, we hit that, like, lull, and then all of a sudden we just...
Yeah, and, this is something that just happened. Wasn't planned. We had no idea what the fuck we were going to talk about, clearly. Because, like, the last 20 minutes or so, we've... like you said, we had a good thing going there.
Because we literally evolved our talk into this. So
imagine what could be if we really do like some research, or we spend some...
Yeah, if we have like case files right here.
Well, we're not going to get case files.
I just mean like, instead of us having our
some
phone,
actual
like,
research.
Yeah, like having our stuff down in front of us.
The evidence. We can gather some evidence. Just imagine. Just imagine the shit that we could do. But yeah, like I said, if you're interested, please let us know. Might do another clip just for this little last segment. But yeah, that's the show for you guys on this week.
Don't think we're crazy because we believe in the most plausible fucking conspiracy in the history of the world.
Hey man, I mean, people fake their deaths all the time. It's possible. Even a president.
Wait, you think it was faked?
Possible. I'm not gonna sit here and say
I just think there's way too much evidence for there to be one shooter.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen his autopsies. Dude was definitely shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say he wasn't shot. No. But
half of his head fucking
exploded. just the ins and outs of everything is what's. Somebody took the fall. Well, and I don't think it was the right person.
You know the number one reason I believe like it's wholly in the fact that it was fake, or like there was more than one shooter. They try to say that first shot that like grazed his neck and then hit
the driver.
No, it was the senator or the governor. in front of him, like the Texas governor, I
Mm-hmm.
think. That bullet comes into the governor, like, here, and ends up in his... It goes through his hand, like, his hand's down here. They're saying this bullet went from JFK's neck, through this dude's shoulder, came out, like, here somewhere, hit his hand, and went through his leg. And then they found an almost completely intact bullet on his gurney when they were taking him to the hospital to get him looked at, the governor. And they're trying to say it's the same bullet. And it went... I'm sorry. You're not going to have an intact bullet after it comes in and out of someone that many times.
Who knows? Maybe we'll deep dive into that conspiracy.
I know
If-
I kind of like... I just wanted to...
If you guys allow. But yeah, that's the episode for this week. And we hope you guys enjoyed. We will see y'all on the next one.
Yep. See ya.